5 agents running at once sounds great until you realize each one starts from zero. Antigravity IDE can spawn up to 5 parallel agents in Manager View, and every single one of them begins by grepping, globbing, and reading files to figure out where things live. Same repo, same folders. Same discovery work, done 5 separate times, and your build for all of it. CodeGraph removes that step entirely. It parses your whole codebase once into a knowledge graph, every function, class, and method as a node, and every call, import, extends, and implements as an edge between them. That graph lives in a local SQLite file inside a .codegraph folder in your project. When an agent needs context, it asks the graph one question and gets back real source code, the call paths connecting it, and the blast radius of changing it. Nothing gets uploaded, no API keys, no cloud service, just a database sitting next to your code. Currently around 65,000 stars, MIT licensed, with the parsing engine rewritten in Rust. Antigravity IDE is on the officially supported list along with Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, OpenCode, Gemini CLI, Kiro, Hermes, and GitHub Copilot. Before installing, the Antigravity naming needs clearing up because it confuses a lot of people right now. After the relaunch at I/O in May, there are 2 separate applications. Antigravity IDE is the original VS Code fork with the editor, your extensions, Git integration, agent manager, and artifacts. Antigravity 2.0 is the newer desktop app built purely around orchestrating agents, closer to a mission-controlled dashboard than an editor. There's also CLI and an SDK. If you updated recently and your editor seemed to disappear, that's the split, and Google still recommends the IDE for actual developers. This video is the IDE specifically. The useful part for us is that all these surfaces now share one central MCP config at tilde/.gemini/config/mcp_config.json. Wire a server up once, and the IDE, the CLI, and the SDK all pick it up. You can also scope it per project with a .agents/mcp_config.json inside the workspace. Now the numbers, because they got remeasured recently, and the new ones are stricter than the originals. They tested 7 real open-source repos across 7 languages: VS Code, Xcalendaridra, Django, Tokyo, OKHTP, Gin, and Alamage. Same architecture question asked twice, once with the graph, once without, median of 4 runs each arm. Average result was 88% fewer tool calls, 53% faster, 62% fewer tokens, and 44% cheaper. File reads went to 0 on all 7 repos. The agent never opened a file when the graph was available. VS Code is the standout. 11,000 files, and the agent answered in 2 tool calls and 58 seconds instead of 28 tool calls and over 2 minutes. Cost per question dropped from $1.80 to 53 cents. Xcalendaridra came out 3.5 times faster. Now multiply either of those by 5 concurrent agents in Manager View, and the arithmetic gets interesting. One thing that earned my trust: the maintainer blocked the CodeGraph command in both halves of the test. On the earlier setup, the agent that was supposed to have no graph kept finding the CLI on the system path and calling it through bash anyway, in 26 out of 28 runs, which quietly inflated the old published numbers. He documents that in the README instead of burying it. There's also a real downside written into the same README. CodeGraph returns one dense payload that answers your question, and that payload stays parked in your context window. A grep and read agent produces lots of small results that get evicted. So you process fewer tokens, but you end up carrying about 80% more retrieval context at the end of a long session. On VS Code, that was 67,000 tokens versus 18,000. Here's why that matters less in Antigravity than almost anywhere else: Gemini 3 Pro. Gemini 3 Pro gives you a 1 million token context window. What crushes a 200,000 token session barely registers when you have 10 times the room. This pairing is genuinely a better fit than most. Installing takes about 2 minutes. On Mac or Linux, it's a single curl command piped into shell, pulling install.esh from the repo. Windows is the same idea with a PowerShell one-liner and install.ps1. Node is not required, The CLI ships its own runtime. If you'd rather use NPM, it's npm i-g at colbymasonry/CodeGraph on any node version. Then close that terminal. The installer puts CodeGraph on your path, but doesn't touch the shell you're already in. And this is where most people get a command not found error and give up. In a fresh terminal, run CodeGraph install. This is the part people skip. Installing the CLI connects nothing on its own. This command is what writes the MCP server into your agents. It scans your machine, finds Antigravity IDE, and asks whether to apply the config globally. It writes the server entry, and it also drops a short marked section into the agents.md instructions file. That instructions file detail matters more in Antigravity than in a single agent tool. The MCP server delivers its own usage guidance during the handshake, but only the main agent sees that. Sub-agents never do. Antigravity spawns sub-agents constantly. That's the whole design. The parent maps out the work and splits it across isolated children. Without that instructions file, a sub-agent goes right back to reading files one at a time, and the graph turns into overhead instead of savings. If you'd rather do it by hand, open the agent side panel, click the three dots, go to MCP servers, then Manage MCP servers, then View Raw Config. Add a CodeGraph entry with type stdio, command CodeGraph, and args serve-mcp. Same result. Restart the IDE so the server loads. Then cd into your project and run CodeGraph init. That one command creates the .codegraph folder and builds the full graph together. You'll see file count, node count, and edge count when it finishes. Run this once per project, but CodeGraph install only once ever. Back in the editor, first query, I'm asking how a request travels from the route handler down to the database write. One CodeGraph explore call, and the response already has the real source grouped by file, the call chain, and what else touches those functions. No read tool, no grep, no 40-second exploration phase. Second query, I'm asking what breaks if I rename the session helper, and it returns actual callers and impact radius instead of a guess. That's the real win here. Artifacts you can actually review quickly, because the agent spent its budget on the work rather than on finding the work. Only one tool shows up by default, CodeGraph Explore. That was a deliberate call. They measured that agents pick correctly more often with one strong tool than with a menu of narrow ones. Node, search, callers, calls, impact, files, and status all still work. They're just unlisted. Bring them back with the CodeGraph_MCP_tools environment variable if you want them. Autosync runs from the start. A native file watcher catches, saves, and reindexes about 2 seconds later, and bursts of edits collapse into one update. During that gap, if a response would reference a file that's still pending, it prepends a warning telling the agent to read that file directly. It also reconciles on reconnect, so a git pull from another terminal gets absorbed on the next query. Check anything with CodeGraph status. Language support runs deep. 20 languages in the Rust kernel and well past 30, counting the fallback engine, plus framework route detection for Django, Fast API, Express, Nest.js, Laravel, Rails, Spring, Nuxt, and more, so a URL links to the handler serving it. The Swift compiler repo, 27,000 files, indexes in about 100 seconds and resyncs a single edit in about 4. The feature worth pairing with Antigravity 2.0 specifically is CodeGraph Affected. Pipe a git diff into it, and it traces imports to name exactly which test files your change touches. Antigravity now has hooks and scheduled tasks, so you can run that automatically on every commit and test 30 files instead of 3,000. That's a direct line item on your build bill. Comparable tools exist. Serena works through language servers and can edit semantically more like an IDE your agent drives. Git Nexus and Graphify chase the same graph idea with different resolution engines. I've covered those separately. And realistically, Google, Anthropic, and OpenAI will all ship native indexers eventually, which is exactly why an MCP-based tool is the safer bet. The same graph follows you to whatever agent you use next. Set expectations honestly, though. Saving scale with how much discovery a question demands. Broad architecture questions saved 70 to 78% on cost, while narrow questions in small repos came out close to even on Django and Gin. Still fewer calls and zero file reads, just a quieter invoice. On a 300-file side project, this is convenience. Running 5 parallel agents on a large codebase, it changes the math completely.